Welcome to Venezuela Insider, the only place in Venezuela for expats, digital nomads, entrepreneurs, investors, travelers, and related internationals. For more information, venezuelainsider.com.
Today we're going to talk about how the income inequality, the wealth gap, affects the Venezuelan dating market. Well, let's start for the fact that Venezuela has income inequality, to say the least. The wealth gap is huge. In Venezuela, for one hand, we have that the average private income is around $200 per month, and just a very tiny fraction of Venezuelan society is very wealthy. Of course, you have people in the middle that makes, let's say, $1,000, $2,000 per month, something on that matter that gives you a decent standard of living in Venezuela. However, regarding dating is quite a different story. And what happens is that if we go to economics, the Gini coefficient, that is the measurement of inequality within a society, this number goes between 0 and 1. 0 is perfectly equal economy that doesn't exist in the world, and 1 is just straight up just inequality. All the wealth on a country is just on one person or a small group of person of people. Well, anyway, on a country, usually the Gini coefficient is between 0.2 and 0.4. That's the 0.2 is the more equal society, and the 0.4 is the most unequal society. Well, in Venezuela, it's over 0.6. That's a lot of inequality in Venezuela. You have, by one hand, you have people making around $200 per month. That's kind of the average private salary on year 2023 in Venezuela. And by the other hand, you have people that are rich, very rich, millionaires. Most of them are the Venezuelan oligarchs, what we call enchufados in Venezuela. Also, you have people that made money when making money in Venezuela was very easy on the 70s and 80s, lesser degree early 2000s, and the people who inherit those businesses, those assets, right now are having a very easy life, a very fun life within the country. And of course, you have some private entrepreneurs that are quite successful, but a very tiny proportion. And also, you have on the middle people making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 per month. That actually is a very good income in Venezuela and gives you a decent standard of living. However, on the dating market, doesn't make you as competitive. Here's what happens. In Venezuela, the people, I'm talking just on the social side, people they go towards status. In Venezuela, the average Venezuelan want to show as much status as they can. You know, with the clothing, with the car that they have, the things that they have, their smartphone, good clothing, the way they spend money on, let's say, on a restaurant or a trip, a fancy trip, well, fancy for Venezuelan standards, whatever might be the case. So people are always looking to show a lot of status. So Venezuelans are kind of a show-off, I have to say. So women are even worse on that regard, because women want the most status as they can. They want to party and to go to nice places and fancy dining, and of course experience the good things that life has to offer, especially on the materialistic side. So women are drawn towards this, cool lifestyle, but this lifestyle is very, very expensive for the average Venezuelan. And regardless of the economic situation, they actually they want to experience that regardless. So you see a lot of, let's say, lower middle class Venezuelan females, especially the younger ones, and you see them on yachts, on fancy places in Venezuela, fancy restaurants, and so on and so on and so on. So the average Venezuelan cannot afford that, and even on a very high, high bracket of the Venezuelan income is very hard to sustain until a certain degree. So what happens is that Venezuelan women, regardless, want that. So a very tiny fraction of Venezuelan males can actually afford such lifestyle. So you have to also take into account the social media. Venezuelans are very active on social media. They see a lot of Instagram and such. So they see the fancy places that we have in Venezuela. For, let's say, Las Mercedes in Caracas. Las Mercedes will be the Beverly Hills of Venezuela. Or you see pictures on Margarita Island, the fancy places on Margarita Island, or Los Roques, or Canaima, or the nice restaurants on any given Venezuelan city. And Venezuelan women want to experience that, but that's just a very tiny fraction. So, women are solipsistic on that regard, so they are drawn to this lifestyle, and just a very tiny fraction of Venezuelan men can actually afford this lavishing lifestyle within Venezuela. At the end, what happens is that this lifestyle is, if you want to, let's say, provide such a lifestyle, takes an income, on the few $1,000s per month and up. And since not many Venezuelan male can afford that, so the economic opportunities for the average Venezuelan to achieve such income are slim to none. So what happens is just a very tiny fraction of the Venezuelan males can afford to do so. Discussed it before, the Venezuelan oligarchs, the rich kids of the oligarchs, and a handful of successful entrepreneurs. They're the only ones can actually compete on those brackets, especially with the beautiful Venezuelan women. But it's not only with the beautiful Venezuelan women, even the mids of the Venezuelan women also are drawn to that. So what you have is a lot of income inequality, not only on the economic side, but on the dating scene. Now, if you are watching this from abroad and you come to Venezuela, you say you need to be rich in order to be successful dating within Venezuela. No, you don't have to be rich. You don't have to be the seven-figure entrepreneur. You don't have to be the top G. You don't have to be, a wealthy man, but you need sufficient income, talking, let's say, from the mid four figures to 5 figures per month, not per year, or high 5 figures per year, in order to just have a very successful dating experience within Venezuela. But yes, the contrast within the Venezuelan society regarding dating, and all aspects of dating are tough to swallow. But it's kind of a train wreck that you see every day. But I have to say, it's also fun to watch.
Thank you for watching Venezuela Insider. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on social media. If you want to work with us, VenezuelaInsider.com. Thanks again, and have a nice day.